What's up guys, FlamingVictini here, and I hope you guys are enjoying the World Cup uploads because we have got another game. This time we've got Nintendi, the recent OST finalist, versus Boudouche, a very consistent and capable player. And Boudouche is rocking some nidoqueen balance. Wow, this World Cup is just insane. Lots of neat builds, cool ideas being used. I love this, but there we see a knockoff Clefable. Haven't seen that in so long. That's really great to see knockoff Clefable. I mean, it just wears down Heatran so fast. It's ridiculous. Knockoff Clefable is a great one, and that leads me to believe that maybe that Slowbro has T-Wave. But I mean, Calm Mind Slowbro is just so good. It really is, and there's definitely some T-Spikes action going on with Boudouche's team. That's probably a weakness that he outlined on Nintendi's end. But Nintendi is bringing another Latios. I mean, I've seen Latios so much from Nintendi. I'm really surprised that Boudouche does not have a Pursuit Trapper, but his team is quite interesting by itself regardless. So there we see a Scald on the Skarmory do a crit. That did a solid chunk. I actually want to calc it just to see what kind of sets these are. I would imagine that the Skarmory is especially defensive, but that crit did a lot, so let's see, crit doing 35 to 41, and that one did 43, so yeah, it's definitely not fully Spidef Skarmory. I could definitely see this being Spidef invested with an Impish nature, but there we see a Spike go up, and the problem here is that I don't really see how Boudouche punishes Latios defogging. So if Nintendi does have defog on his Latios, I think that's going to be a little difficult for Boudouche. And he's also playing with the Scald Burns right here. But anyway, looking at overall team matchup, let's see, I can see the Terrakion, if it's Banded, being a big threat to Nintendi's team. Now his team is slow, so I could see it being Choice Scarf Terrakion instead. But Banded does a big number to Nintendi's team, especially with that little spike up. And that Slowbro's lefty is removed. It really makes a difference. I can see Power Up Punch Low putting pressure. Actually, he has a Slowking, so regardless, ignore that. But Calm Mind, Keldeo? No. Slowbro is actually really good for Boudouche in this game. So that makes me think that this T-Tar is going to be important for Nintendi. I mean, yeah, I think T-Tar is going to be important for Nintendi, because pressuring that Slowbro, it pressures pretty much a lot of Boudouche's team. Boudouche has a solid rock resist. That's actually pretty neat. nidoqueen. There we see Clefable come in on the HP Fire. Latios won't get a chance to defog right here, and it might not even have it. And if it doesn't, those spikes are going to rack up. Big time. But, Boudouche doesn't have removal of his own, and Nintendi does have his own Ferrothorn. And I think if Nintendi can get up spikes with his Ferrothorn, potentially pressure the Slowbro with T-Tar, and I think Keldeo can eventually just push through Boudouche's team. Keldeo looks like a big threat once that Slowbro is gone, or just heavily pressured, and Spikes plus a Burn or Spikes plus T-Tar is going to do that to Slowbro. It's going to put Boudouche in a difficult position. So there we see a Moonblast as the Slowbro on Nintendi's end comes in, and there's the Calm Mind. Boudouche is forcing Nintendi's hand to show what his other moves are, show if he has the Calm Mind, force him to show it, force him to do something a little more proactive than just throwing out Skulls. And there we see a big Moonblast, solid chunk, and there's the Calm Mind on the Slowbro. So now Boudouche knows this isn't some like funky Slowbro set, just regular Calm Mind, and he can react accordingly. His Raichu pressures it to an extent, but I think is really it's difficult. This is why T-Wave Clef is just so good, and it's like why you use it so much. But there we see Raichu come in on a Ferrothorn switch. Interesting. I guess that's actually quite interesting, but that works out well for him. In comes the nidoqueen on the Ferrothorn, and I hope to see some Toxic Spikes right here, because those rocks went up from Nintendi, and I'd love to see Boudouche like trying to force Nintendi's hand with the defog. And the other thing is, we saw HP Fire, and Draco Meter, HP Fire, Roost, Recover is just so uncommon. It leads me to believe that the Latios either does not have defog, or it does not have recovery. And that's big. If it does not have recovery, Boudouche is gonna, and it does have defog, Boudouche is eventually gonna push it out so that it's gonna die, and then his hazards are gonna play a much bigger role. If it doesn't have defog, those T-Spikes are gonna take immediate effect, and those T-Spikes are huge. they're phenomenal. I mean, he definitely wants to get up 2 for the Slowbro. He'd rather have 1 for the Keldeo and the Lopunny, but that Slowbro is definitely a threat. So there we see the first T-Spike. If Nintendi pulls a switch to Slowbro right here, that'd be very good. I mean, he doesn't need to, because the nidoqueen is definitely not staying in. And there we just see a regular old Psyshock to force this Clefable to soft boil up, and I think we're gonna see the Latios switch out to Slowbro. I mean, the thing is, he doesn't have lefties, so he'd rather not get Slowbro statused at all, but he'd rather get Slowbro normally poisoned than, like, strong poisoned, if you know what I, like, badly poisoned, that's the word. Because if he gets badly poisoned, that's gonna put Boudouche in a position where his own Slowbro reliably beats Nintendi's, and it's really gonna put a lot more pressure on Nintendi's T-Tar. Now, the interesting thing about this position is, I think Boudouche is gonna have to do a little bit of double switching with that T-Tar, because the T-Tar can't be burned by Scald anymore. And it's definitely gonna be able to take some, even after a Spike, a Scald, and a Toxic Spike damage, and I think that's gonna be important in this game. But we see the Ferrothorn come out the Clefable, and he just switches straight out to Nidoqueen. I would have loved to see a Sassy with knockoff. Oh, there's Thunderwave Ironhead. That makes a lot of sense on Nintendi's team, because he is pretty weak to Clefable. It kind of relies on Slowbro to beat it. Oh, that's the bigger thing. 2 T-Spikes up, and Clefable, if it was Calm Mind Clefable, it just, that'd be huge. That'd be huge, but Nintendi does have the Ferrothorn to beat the Clefable. If it was Sassy Calm Mind, or if it was just a minus speed Calm Mind, so the Gyro Ball does nothing to Clefable, and there we see, yeah, this Latios is not clicking Defog. It's making me think that it's just 3 attacks recover, and I think that's going to be important for Boudouche. I don't know why, I don't know what's with the wave of non-Defog Latios, but I guess Bantar, it's probably because of Bantar, because Bantar has just grown so much in popularity. It's just insane, and I think it's making Surf Latios a little more popular. It's making EQ Latios a little more popular, because it gives them a way to get out versus that situation. But there we see the Clefable come in on the Latios' Psyshock, just going to recover, soft boil that up, and in comes the Ferrothorn again on this Clefable. And if he can find a way to knock off this Ferrothorn without being forced to soft boiled, that'd just be so big. Because these spikes, Ferrothorn without, like, I think it'd be kind of neat, because, I mean, Clefable is the only way to stop the Leech Seed recovery, I guess, so it's not as effective as I'd like. But yeah, knocking off the Ferrothorn would be very nice for Boudouche if he can get that off safely. T-Wave Ironhead Ferrothorn is definitely going to help Nintendi in this position. Definitely, for sure. It's going to be very, very good for him that he's T-Wave Ironhead and not just regular old Power Up Gyro Ball. But there we see a Spike from Ferrothorn's end. Oh, that is interesting. That is very interesting. That's actually kind of astonishing. What does he have? Does he have Leech Seed, or does he not have Ironhead at all? If he doesn't have Ironhead at all, that's gonna be a problem. This Clefable is gonna become a massive issue for Nintendi. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, oh my god, if this Ferrothorn does not have Ironhead, Clefable just literally sits there and beats it. That's just gonna be such a weird Ferrothorn set. And if he doesn't have Leech Seed, he's not gonna get recovery. And oh my god, that's gonna make that knockoff so much bigger. So much bigger. But there we see the Nidoqueen in on the Ferrothorn. The threat of an Ice Beam on the Latios, the threat of an Earth Power on the Keldeo or something else. In comes the Slowbro. I like that play, because the second T, yeah, there's the second T spikes, and that's why I would have loved to see those second T spikes go up earlier, because oh, that's gonna be important. That's gonna be very important in this game to get regularly poisoned. Yeah, because now, because if that did he have an opportunity to get up second T spikes earlier? I'd be very upset if he did. Oh, he did. Boudouche set up rocks instead of those second T spikes. Oh, if he set up those second T spikes, then that Clefable would have just completely annihilated Nintendi. because either the Ferrothorn would have Iron Head and thus the Clefable would slowly beat the Ferrothorn by knocking it off and not having leftovers and not having the opportunity to heal itself up with Leech Seed. I think that's a really weird Ferrothorn set and I don't like it at all. To either be forced to not have Leech Seed or not have an attacking move, that's just bad to me. But and then if Clefable can beat Ferrothorn, what else on Nintendi's team reliably beats Clefable? Calm Mind Slowbro, unless it's badly poisoned, and that's why those second T-Spikes would have been so huge. Boudouche pulls a switch into his Raikou on the Slowbro, threaten it out, and pulls a nice double switch into his Terrakion on that Ferrothorn. I mean, did he get leftovers? What did he get? Yes, so that is sub-CM Raikou. Okay, so the fact that Boudouche did not go for the Volt Switch confirms in my mind that it is definitely sub-CM Raikou, and I think that's going to be kind of threatening to Nintendi's team to an extent. Sub-CM Raikou fucking sets up on that Ferrothorn. Holy sh... Oh my goodness. Bad Ferrothorn sets. That has to be sub-CM Raikou, because otherwise he would have clicked Volt Switch. There's no way Boudouche would pull a double switch with his Raikou when Nintendi's team has no ground types if he had Volt Switch. So he definitely does not have Volt Switch. What else would he be? Sub Calm Mind. And look at the Ferrothorn. Stealth Rocks, Spikes, Thunder Wave. What can his last moves be? Iron Head, Leech Seed. I mean, it could also be Power Whip, but I think that's so weird. That's honestly really weird, and I mean, I guess it could be, but if it is, that saves him versus Sub-CM Raikou. Otherwise, look at Sub-CM Raikou and look at Nintendi's team. Boudouche is grabbing kills with that, but in comes the Clefable on the Slowbro, gonna be Moonblasting. He's gonna be wasting Slack Offs. Nintendi's already down to 12. I mean, Regenerate is gonna help him out, but he's wasting Slack Offs. There we see a knockoff trying to catch a switch as Nintendi just goes for a CM, and Boudouche is gonna go to his Slowbro eventually, but he's definitely gonna waste some of his Slack Offs and then go maybe to Raikou. But I honestly really like Boudouche's position right here. I do like it quite a bit, even though I think he should have gotten up 2 T-Spikes before that Slowbro came in. I really do believe he should have done that, but I guess that's what it is. You can't really cry over spilled milk, but in comes the Raikou eventually on the Slowbro as it goes for a second Calm Mind. Leftovers recovery right there, and a T-Bolt incoming right here, and we're gonna see a sub after this. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a sub. I'd love to see. I really want to know what this Ferrothorn is. I mean, I guess he wants to remove I guess he wants to remove the lefties on this Ferrothorn, but like, how much does Iron Head do? How much does Iron Head do to the sub? Raikou. OU Calm Mind versus Ferrothorn. Iron Head. Yeah, I guess that breaks the sub in two, so yeah, he does just switch out to a Skarmory. I guess roosting up the Skarmory is good use of his time, I guess, and he does also get up his own spikes. So I do like this play, though my only worry is that he's not going to be able to put in as much work with his Raikou, but honestly, I think Boudouche has several ways to win this game. He definitely has a lot of options. What is Nintendi's fourth move? I really need to know that. It's such a weird set, Stealth Rock, Spikes, and Thunder Wave. I don't like that at all. But there's a Roost, there's a Spike. Boudouche's own Spike going up this turn for sure. Well, not for sure, but like, man, those T-Spikes are gonna be big this game, really big. Definitely, yeah, those T-Spikes and Latios not being defogged. Oh my god, this is turning out to be quite the interesting game. Quite interesting. Anyway, I want to pause it until they make a move, and I'll be right back. Alright, so the Skarmory gets paralyzed as Boudouche lays up his second Spike, and a third Spike is going down right here, and his Ferrothorn still has not shown what exactly his fourth move is. If it's Leech Seed, that Raikou sets up all over that Ferrothorn, and that Clefable is literally not threatened by it, other than getting T-Wave, but that's annoying. That's definitely annoying to not be able to get up that third Spike. that's definitely a pain in the butt for Boudouche, but it's not gonna kill him, and he can just go to his Clefable right here on this Latios. How is... These hazards are gonna be the end of Nintendi. They really are. It's quite interesting, but yeah, and there's the Roost, and this Lati is definitely, yeah. This is the turn where Boudouche clicks that knockoff button and removes that Ferrothorn's lefties, or he just heavily pressures that Slowbro, wastes some more slack offs, and this is looking like such a tough game for Nintendi. Yeah, this is looking so difficult. I mean, his T-Tar can definitely do definitely get one kill if he plays it well, but beyond that, it's really looking difficult. Did we see anything from the Terrakion? I need to see if Terrakion used something. Terrakion... No, Terrakion has not used anything. It's only been used for a double switch so far. No, it did use Close Combat versus the Slowbro, and it did 29% if I remember correctly, so I think that's Scarf. I think that's Scarf Terrakion, but he just Moonblast. Why didn't he knock off? Man, I really would have loved to see knockoff right there, but I guess... I don't know, so there's the T-Wave, in comes the Skarmory. Maybe he wants the Ferrothorn to be alive because he's considering setting up with Raichu on the Ferrothorn. Or maybe he just expected the Latios to try to stay in, expecting a knockoff. I'm not really sure what exactly, but there's a Whirlwind. Yeah, Whirlwind's gonna be annoying. He Whirlwinds Latios, not so great for Boudouche. He'd rather get something like Lopunny, get in the T-Tar, stuff like that, because those hazards are just so big. Really massive. Like, man, literally every hazard is down on Nintendi's end except for that third spike. That one little spike. I mean, that's insane. But yeah, Clef gonna soft build up here. And Nintendi's just struggling. How does he even break his team? He tries to go for a crit, I think. Does not get it. You can try one more time. Maybe even two more times. If he gets a crit, that's gonna be insane. That's just gonna be so frustrating for Boudouche. No crit, soft boiled, 75. Yeah, and he's not gonna stay in right there. So he did waste some soft boileds. I mean, this Clefit does have a lot though, definitely a lot to last the rest of this game. And this Ferrothorn is slowly dying, slowly but surely. And there's a double switch to Slowbro. And the Skarmory is paralyzed. It can't even get burned right now. That's ridiculous. He literally just wastes... Like, he just... Yeah, gets up the third spike, roosts up. If he gets paralyzed, it's gonna be really annoying. But, oh, there's the Whirlwind on the... Oh my god. Look at this T-Tar. This is pretty much, like, the only time it's gonna come in. That's ridiculous. And he can probably just go to his Nidoqueen right now. I mean, definitely the hazards are pressuring Boudouche's own Slowbro, and that's going to be important for Nintendi's Keldeo plus Lopunny. But I mean, this is looking so difficult for Nintendi. I really think Boudouche has an upper hand, especially since I think that Terrakion is Choice Scarf. As he stays in, counters the Tyranitar, and it's gone. It is gone, and the most interesting thing is that the Skarmory is still around. It can possibly survive the rest of this game on the Ferrothorn. Now, it probably will not survive the rest of this game. It's probably gonna go down the next turn, but that's pretty neat. Although I still think going Nidoqueen on a Stone Edge would have been great for him, but keeping it healthy is good for backup against that Lopunny especially, or a Keldeo that's clicking HP Electric or something of the sorts. Yeah, so that's an okay play too. And really, Boudouche is in the upper hand now. Terrakion used Close Combat, I think. Terrakion used... Okay, I'm just Google Close Combat, or Command Find. Yeah, 29% to the Slowbro. I need to see what that damage is. I'm pretty sure that's Scarf Track. It's actually 29% is a lot, so... Okay, that's not Scarf Track, that's banned. If it was Scarf Track, that'd be great for him, but, because Scarf Track just cleans up his offense. But there's a Scald taking out the Skarmory. Slowbro down to 45, and... Raichu? Is it time for Raichu? Going Raichu here and subbing would be great for him. Absolutely phenomenal for Boudouche. If Nintendi goes to his Ferrothorn on the Raichu, sacking it off, keeping a Slowbro, and gets subbed on, that'd be great. I mean, the Raichu comes in, I think it has enough health. It'll take 37.5. It's at 69. So it'll be at like 30, yeah. It may not actually be able to substitute because of the sand. And if it subs, then the sand will kill it. That might be the case. That might. And actually, it depends on Raiku's HP numbers. I think it would survive. No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. So Boudouche can't sub right here. If he could, that'd be amazing. The sand is definitely gonna hurt him right here. As he can Calm Mind, or he does not Calm Mind. I mean, the reason I was saying he can Calm Mind is because then on the next turn he can sub. I think that would have been a great play, actually, to Calm Mind and then sub. Because the Sandstorm, if he Calm Minded, then the Sandstorm would be at 1 or 4 turns on the turn where the Ferrothorn was still in. And if he subs, he's not going to take Sandstorm damage. And worst case scenario, Nintendi Power Whips, and then his sub gets broken, and he just kills the Ferrothorn the next turn with Thunderbolt, and the same thing happens where Lopunny comes in and kills the Raikou. It would be exactly the same thing. So I think Calm Mind was the right play on Boudouche's end. Then again, I am still assuming that he is sub CM. He hasn't shown it. I mean, I'm still so confident that it is sub CM. It abuses T-Spikes. It makes sense that why he didn't full switch. It just makes a lot of sense to me that he'd be sub CM, but yeah. I don't know why he didn't try to use it to beat the Ferrothorn. I'm really upset at Nintendi for having such a bad Ferrothorn set. Like, I'm just straight up gonna call that Ferrothorn set bad because it is bad. But yeah, see this, if he wouldn't take the sand that turn. So I really think Calm Mind was the right play, and then subbing on that Ferrothorn, but he went straight for the T-Bolt. Works with me. I mean, I still think Boudouche has this game pretty much like in control. He can go to Slowbro here, right? I'm pretty sure it'll be at 69% when it comes in. No, he goes to his Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is good because he'll at least get use out of it. Otherwise, he may not even get use out of his Nidoqueen, and he'd rather not risk his Slowbro and utilize his Nidoqueen to the fullest. It may allow the Latios to come in, but like, yeah, there's an Ice Punch, and this Lopunny is going. Oh, Poison Jab. That is neat. I actually like that because he can actually beat Clefable. That's good. I like that. I like Boudouche's team quite a lot, honestly. That's actually really neat. I like it. I like his core of Nidoqueen plus Slowbro plus Skarm plus, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Might even need to pull a Shake It Up on it, and Shake It Up is on my team, so he's gonna teach me the ways of team stealing after this game because I need a little bit of Nidoqueen. It's gonna be fun. It's actually really neat. But in comes the Keldeo. Hazards. Oh my god, that's insane. And he has a Slowbro chilling. I don't think there's a way for. Oh my, yeah, this is done. This is done. This is over. This is over. This is GG. I mean, if Nintendi crits Slowbro and then yeah, this game is done. He can even just go to Terrakion here and quick attack. I honestly think that might be his better play than going to Slowbro and risking something, but he does just go to Slowbro. And honestly, Kelder's not going to do anything to Slowbro. I mean, what are the chances this is Expert Belt, HP Electric, and he crits the Slowbro on a Slack right here? It's little to none, but yeah, there's a Hydro Pump doing nothing, looking like a Scarf Keldeo, and down goes the Keld. Oh, this is Mega Bro too. That's neat. I like that. I completely forgot about Boudouche not having a Mega. I like this team a lot. But in comes the Lati. And we're probably going to see Clef right here. Really no reason not to unless you're really, really afraid, excuse me, of a crit. And I mean, Terrakion isn't that important at this point. He actually stays in, tanks that Draco Meteor like a... Oh my god. That did nothing. That just bounced off. Holy. That actually did nothing. That has to be like Spadef. That's definitely Spadef Slowbro. Wow. That's insane. There's the Mega, so that he doesn't risk crits. There's a Calm Mind, and yeah, this is looking to be Boudouche's game. Because he's just going to slowly beat down the Slowbro. The Mega Slowbro, definitely better than regular Slowbro without lefties. And there's a Scald. Is there going to be another Slack Off? And he's down to 9 Slack Offs. And this Calm Mind, Psyshock, I mean, this heavily favors Boudouche. Heavily. he has more slack offs, he can't get crit. Slowbro is already poisoned, well he's not burned, and he's faster than Nintendi's Slowbro as well. So there's a Scald. Does it burn? Nope, no burn. So yeah, this is looking like he can just Psyshock and just, yeah, this game is done. This game is pretty much over. So Nintendi just gives up, Scald's right there, and it's gonna be the game. So yeah, he's gonna take out the slow Latios right here, and that's gonna be the game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed this game. That's a really neat team by Boudouche. I like it a lot. And Boudouche representing France, Nintendi I think Brazil. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. And that'll be it. See you guys later.